So we've been looking at some different wargaming systems here, some wargaming systems that I enjoy, pushing that up to the channel and asking the question, okay, you have the rules, you have the starter set, you're ready to go physically in terms of models, terrain, gaming accessories. What's that checklist that we should build? What's the checklist to build to get us in the game, to get the visuals going? If you're new to the hobby, wargaming hobby, what's your attack plan going to be? What's that acquisition attack plan? And we're going to explore Pacific Rim Extinction. Now, this is an interesting war game. It's a miniatures game. It's got dice, it's got cards, it's got tactics, but at its core, it is a war game. Positioning is important, knowing how and when to attack, and working as a team, all absolute vital elements on there. And I'm having a blast playing it. There's this duality with Pacific Rim Extinction. The Jaegers and the Kaiju, they're pre-painted. They're ready to go. I mean, they are so ready to go that they don't even need to be touched up or repainted. You know, sometimes if something's pre-painted, it looks good. Tabletop, it looks good, but maybe you want to add some stuff to the bases or do some highlights, bring in some other aspects of the hobby. Extinction, Pacific Rim Extinction, needs nothing. It's ready to go. So what this means is we can focus entirely on terrain. And what I've noticed more than any of the other wargaming systems that I enjoy playing, Pacific Rim needs that terrain. It does. The models are pre-painted. They're heroic scale, which means they're kind of action figure size. The tabletop presence is amazing. And in the starter set, yes, they give you some cardboard buildings and some cardboard tokens and a nice map. That's going to get you in the game, but it's only going to go so far. So we need to come up with an attack plan for terrain on there. My recommendation, looking at a city or looking at industrial terrain, would be to start and replicate the terrain pieces that come in the box. So you can need a couple of buildings or building-like structures. They could also be a silo. They could be a chemical plant. You're going to need some kaiju shelters, some tokens for that, a couple of tokens that you would pick up and use to throw or initiate close combat, interact with the terrain, essentially kind of modeling one-on-one in the box so you can use the mission cards and you can kind of play it from there. Pushing out from there, then I would say look for full city tech, full city fight. And that's where I'm in the process right now. Actually, there are a number of really, really good print and play files from BattleTech, and I love BattleTech. BattleTech buildings, print and play, the scale is close enough. A mech is a little bit smaller, BattleTech robots a little bit smaller, but the buildings are a little bit bigger. It works for the Jaegers and the Kaiju. And to print them out on cardstock, color cardstock, to then fold and tape, it looks pretty good. And it's a great way to quickly fill up a table to get you in the game. Most of the time what I recommend in terms of a wargaming system building terrain is to look at the absolute big picture. Look at the end goal and work towards that. I don't like to have kind of like an intermediary goal or a stopgap, but Pacific Rim looks amazing. The miniatures look so amazing. It like demands immediate amazing terrain. So print and play terrain with the level of detail, the buy-in on that is much, much easier. It's easy to fill a giant table on that to play it out, and that's going to buy time for your long-term attack approach.